9 or 10 tonight, ranging from the classic graduates in Hammerstein all the way up to next to normal. We've got a great class of 18 students, and we've all got a mix of roles. So please sit back and enjoy, and I will lead it to our first narrator. Thank you all for coming.
Written in 1960, The Fantasticks is known as the world's longest-running musical. And it tells the story of Louisa and Matt, two young adults and next-door neighbors, whose fathers stage a feud, hoping to trick them into falling in love. Now, they hire a handsome gentleman named El Gallo to stage an abduction of Louisa, hoping that Matt will come to her aid, thus ending their feud. And in this scene, we meet Louisa and Matt, played by Jen Cortez and Robbie Armstrong. Yes. And as they explain their ideals of life and love, we are guided along the way by El Gallo, played by Brad Tyra. Yeah.
The moon turns red on my birthday every year, and it always will until somebody saves me and takes me back to my palace.
That is a typical remark. The other symptoms vary. Sometimes she thinks she's a princess, that her name must be in French, or sometimes Eurasian, although she isn't really sure what that actually is.
You see, no one can feel the way I feel and have a father named Amos Babcock Bellamy.
She has a blue paste necklace that she thinks is actually real.
I found it in the attic with my mother's name inside. It's my favorite possession.
It's sarcasm.
It's my pride. This morning, a bird woke me up. It was a lark, or a peacock, or something like that. Some strange sort of bird I had never heard. So I said, hello, and it vanished, flew away the very minute I said hello. It was mysterious. So do you know what I did? I went to the mirror and brushed my hair 200 times without stopping, and as I did, my hair turned mauve. No, honestly, mauve, and then red, and then this sort of deep blue when the sun hit. I'm 16 years old, and every day something happens to me. I don't know what to think of it. When I get up in the morning to get dressed, I can tell. Something's different. I like to touch my eyelids because they're never quite the same. Oh, I hug myself till my arms turn blue, and I close my eyes and cry till the tears come in. I take them. I love to take my tears. I am special. I am special. Please, God, don't let me be normal. I'd like to swim in a clear blue stream where the water is icy cold, then go to town in a
now the boy. His story may be a wee bit briefer because it's pretty much the same.
There is this girl.
That is the essence.
There is this girl.
I warn you, this may be a wee bit monotonous.
There is this girl. I'm nearly 20 years old. I've studied biology. I've had an education. Been inside labs, dissected violets. I know the way things are. And yet, in spite of all my knowledge, there is this girl. She makes me young again, and foolish, and with her I perform the impossible. I defy biology and achieve ignorance. There are no other ears but hers to hear the explosion of my soul. There are no other eyes but hers to make me wise. And there is not any other plant or animal or any other living species made quite the same as she is. I know it's stupid and immensely undignified, but I do love her.
This is the wall their fathers built between their houses.
They built it ages ago, last month, when I came home from school. Poor fools, they built it to keep us apart. I wonder if she can hear me. What shall I call her? She's too vibrant for a name. Juliet.
Yes, dear.
Helena.
Yes, dear.
And Cassandra and Cleopatra and Beatrice and also Guinevere.
What, dear?
I've been speaking to them.
To whom?
To them. I've been telling them that if I were to describe you, I would be utterly and totally speechless, except to call you Polaris or the
Speak a little louder.
I love If I were in the desert deep in sand, and the sun was burning like a hot pomegranate, walking through the nightmare in the heat of a summer day, until my mind was parched, and you are water, cool, clear water, a refreshing glass of water.
What, dear? And everything was frozen, and tears turned into icicles in the eye, and snow came pouring, and sleet and ice came stabbing like a knife. Then you are heat, a fire alive with heat, a flame that thaws the iceberg with its heat. Repeat.
You are heat. know. I had to sneak out through my window. My father locked my door.
Oh, God, be careful. Suppose you were to fall.
It's on the ground floor.
Oh.
But still, the window's very small. I could get stuck.
Madness, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely mad.
And also very wicked.
Yes.
I'm glad.
My father would be furious if he knew.
Listen, I have had a vision.
Of disaster?
No, of azaleas.
Azaleas?
I dreamed I was picking azaleas when all at once this duke, oh, he was very old. I'd say nearly 40. But very attractive and also very wicked.
I hate him.
He had this retinue of scoundrels and they were hiding behind the rhododendrons, and as I went to pick an azalea, they leapt out.
God, I hate him.
Oh, how I struggled like the rape of the Sabine women. I cried, help!
And I was nearby.
Yes. You came to the rescue and single-handed fight off all his men and win.
And then?
Celebration.
Fireworks.
Fiesta.
Laughter.
Our fathers give in.
We lived happily ever after.
There's no reason in the world why it can't happen exactly like that. I thought I heard a sound.
My father.
Kiss me.
South Pacific is one of the great classic musicals by Rodgers and Hammerstein, based on James A. Michener's Pulitzer Prize-winning book in 1947, Tales of the South Pacific, tells the story of Nellie, a nurse on a Pacific island during World War II, who falls in love with Emile Debec, a local planter. When she learns he is a widower with 2 mixed-race children, her small-town upbringing and beliefs get in the way. A breakthrough musical dealing with the issue of racial prejudice, South Pacific features well-known songs such as Nothing Like a Dame and Gonna Wash That Man Right Out of My Hair, and a few others you will hear in just a moment. In this, the first scene of the musical, Emile has just had Nellie to his home for lunch, in hopes of them becoming better acquainted. Cody Mines and Hannah Berlew play the roles of Emile and Nellie.
Well, I'm just speechless. Wild chicken. At lunch, I could never know wild chicken was wild.
Sugar?
Gosh. Thanks.
1?
3. I know it's a big load for a dummy Tosca to carry. All right, I'm a hick. You know so many American words. Do you know what a hick is?
A hick is one who lives in a stick.
Stick. Plural? The stick.
Oh, pardon, the sticks. I remember now.
How long did it take for you to build up a plantation like this?
I came to the Pacific when I was a young man.
Emile, is it true that all the planters on these islands, they're all running away from something?
Who is not running away from something? There are fugitives everywhere. Perry, New York, even Small Rock. Where you come from?
Little Rock.
Little Rock. Do you know any fugitives there?
I'll show you a picture of a Little Rock fugitive. Now this clipping from my mother's today.
Ensign Nellie Forbush, Arkansas's own Florence Nightingale.
It was written by Mrs. Leeming, the social editor. She went to school with my mother. To read her, you think I'm practically the most important nurse in the entire Navy. And it's only a matter of time before I become a Lady Admiral.
In this picture, you do not look like much of an admiral.
Well, that's because it was taken before I knew what rain and mud and heat could do to this position. But it isn't rainy today. Gosh, it's beautiful here. Just look at that yellow sun. You know, I don't think it's the end of the world after we're all sick. She can't work myself up to get in that stuff. Do you think I'm crazy too? They all do over at the Fleet Hospital. You know what they call me? Knucklehead Nellie. I suppose I am, but
Yes, you say you are a fugitive. When you joined the Navy, what was it you were running away from?
Gosh, I don't know. It was more like I was running to something. I wanted to see what the world was like outside of the rock and study. And I wanted to meet different kinds of people and find out if I liked them better. And I'm finding out.
Cognac?
I'd love some.
The wives of the planters would often go to Australia during the hot months. It can get very hot here.
It can get hot in Arkansas, too.
Yes? I have many books here. Marcel Proust, André Gide. Did you study French in school?
Oh, yes.
Also, you can speak French.
No. I can conjugate a few verbs. I bet you read a lot.
Out here, one becomes hungry to learn everything, not to miss anything, not to let anything good pass by.
Yes.
So when it comes, one must speak and act quickly, even if it seems almost foolish to be so quick. It's only been 2 weeks. A dinner at your officer's club. Do you remember?
Yes.
And that's how it happens sometimes, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Some enchanted evening, you may see a stranger. You may see a stranger across a crowded room, and somehow you know
Camelot, written the same year as The Fantastics, brings to life the tale of King Arthur and his knights, and the forbidden love between Knight Lancelot and Arthur's wife Guinevere. In this opening scene of Act 2, we find Lancelot and Guinevere still dealing with an unrequited love for one another. Guinevere is determined to remain faithful to her husband, but Lancelot refuses to leave her. The parts of Lancelot and Guinevere are portrayed by Eric Brevik and Therese Carmack. In the second half of our scene, the incredibly large part of Mordred is portrayed by Doug Wolf. Why do you always write about you? Why do you never write about me?
I can't write about you. I love you too much. Jenny, I should leave right now and never come back. I've said it to myself day after day, year after year. But how can I? Just look at you. When would I? If ever I could leave you, it wouldn't be in summer. Seeing you in summer, I never would go. Your hair sweet with sunlight, your lips red as flame, your face with a luster that puts gold to shame. But if I ever leave you, it wouldn't be in autumn. How I'd leave in autumn, I never would know. I see how you sparkle when fall meets the air. I know you in autumn, and I must be there. And could I leave you running merrily through the snow, or on a wintry evening when you catch the fire's glow? If ever I would leave you, how could it be in springtime, knowing how in spring I'm bewitched by you so? Oh no, not in springtime, summer, winter, or fall. No, never could I leave you at all. If ever I would leave you, how could it be in springtime, knowing how in spring I'm bewitched Jenny, do you think Arthur knows?
Of course he doesn't. If he did, I wouldn't want to live. And neither would you. Mordred, Arthur's illegitimate son, arrives in Camelot hoping to discredit King Arthur and gain the throne. Arthur, trusting Mordred, puts him in charge of training the knights. Mordred manages to turn the knights against Arthur. With Arthur gone, Lancelot visits Guinevere in her chambers. They are finally able to act on the feelings they've been carrying around for years. Mordred and the knights barge into the chambers, accusing Lancelot of treason and take him prisoner.
Jenny, I was in the yard. I couldn't sleep. I saw the light on in your room, and I knew you were alone. I tried to stay away, but Jenny...
Did anyone see you?
No one. The castle was dark. Don't be afraid, Jenny.
But I am afraid.
I swear we're alone. No one saw me enter. Jenny, there's nothing to fear. Arthur won't be... Forgive me, Jenny.
We're not alone, are we, Lance?
We are. We are.
We're not. Here you are with your arms around me, and the first thing we think of is him.
But you love me, Jenny.
Of course I do, and I always shall. Night after night I've thought of you here and wished for it with all my being. And then suddenly we're less alone than ever.
But why?
Now that the people are gone, can't you see the shadow between us? It's wider than the sea. It fills the room. Perhaps it would have been better if we had never said a word to each other at all.
Because we are here in Camelot, that everything is so wretched.
No.
Jenny, come away with me to joy of God. Let us have it open and above board at last.
As I've told you 1,000 times, I shall never leave Arthur. Ever. Let us say no more about it.
But this agonizing torment, day after day, year after year. Would God I had your talent for acceptance, your invincible English calm.
Oh, the insensitivity of sensitive men.
leave him, make him publicly miserable, forced him to declare war on you, where either one, if not both of you, would be killed, along with hundreds of others. What sort of heartbreaking solution is that?
Forgive me, Jenny. I shall never mention it again. I swear. Nor shall I come to you again. I swear that too.
And have we no more tender words to say to each other?
Lancelot, I order you stand trial for treason in the name of the king.
If I escape, I shall come and rescue you. If I am killed, send word to Zoyazar. Someone will come. Come on.
Rodgers and Hammerstein's second musical, Carousel, is adapted from Ferenc Molnar's 1909 play Lilium. Like South Pacific, Carousel deals with social issues of its day. Billy Bigelow, a traveling carnival man, and Julie Jordan, a local factory worker, are going to have a child. Desperate for money, Billy attempts to rob a bank and is killed. In this scene, Carousel owner Mrs. Mullins, played by Dee Kitchen, who has feelings for Billy, played by Charles Redding, has offered him back his old job at the carousel. Billy is considering her proposal. Having been out of work for some time and living off the charity of Julie's cousin, his relationship with Julie has become volatile. Julie has just brought him a breakfast tray and has also just told him that she is pregnant. This news has filled Billy with a sense of purpose and tenderness. He has just escorted Julie into the house to rest.
Still here?
You did tell me to come back, didn't you?
Go home, Mrs. Mullins.
Well, what's the matter with you?
Julie, me. As a matter of fact, Mrs. Mullins, I'm going to be a father.
You? Julie?
Go home, Mrs.
You
Mullins.
a father?
Get the hell out of here, Mrs. Mullins. Goodbye, Mrs. Mullins. I wonder what he'll think of me. I guess he'll call me the old man. I guess he'll think I can lick every other fella's father. Well, I can. I bet that he'll turn out to be the spitting image of his dad. And he'll have more common sense than his puddin'-headed father ever had. I'll teach him to wrestle and dive through a wave when we go in the mornings for a swim. His mother can teach him the way to behave, but she won't make a sissy out of him. Not him, not my boy, not Bill. My boy Bill, I will see that he's named after me. I will. My boy Bill
see nobody dare to try to boss him or toss him around. No pot-bellied, raggy-eyed bully will boss him around. I don't give a damn what he does, as long as he does what he likes. He can sit in his tail, work on a rail with a hammer and spikes. He can ferry a boat in a river, or pedal a pack on his back, or work up and down the streets of a town with a whip and a horse and a hack. He can pull a scow along a canal, run a cow round a corral, or maybe bark for a carousel. Of course, it takes talent to do that well. He might be a champ of the heavyweights, or a fella who sells you glue, or president of the United States. That'd be all right too. His mother was like that, but he wouldn't be president unless he wanted to be. Not Bill. My boy Bill will be tall and as tough as a tree. Will Bill, like a tree, he'll grow with his head held high and his feet planted firm on the ground. And you won't see nobody dare to try to boss him or toss him around. No fat-bottomed, flabby-faced, pot-bellied, baggy-eyed bastard will boss him around. I would stand if he'll marry his boss's daughter, some skinny little virgin with blood like water. Give him a peck, call it a kiss, and look in his eyes for a long yet. Say, why am I taking on like this? My kid ain't even been born yet. I can see him when he's 17 or so, and starting to go with a girl. I can give him lots of pointers, very sound, on the way to get round any girl. I could tell him, wait a minute, what the hell? Could it be? What if he is a girl? Bill. Oh, Bill. What can I do for her? Me? A bum with no money? You can have fun with a son, but you've got to be a father to a girl. She mightn't be so bad at that. The thing with wrinkles in her hair, a kind of sweet and petite little tintype of her mother. What a pair! My little girl, pink and white as peaches and cream is she. My little girl is half again as bright as girls are meant to be. Dozens of boys pursue her, many a lively lad does what he can to woo her from her faithful dad. She'd have a few pink and white young fellas of 2 or 3, but my little girl gets hungry every night, and she comes home to me. My little girl. My little girl. I've got to get ready before she comes. I've got to make certain that she won't be dragged up in slums with a lot of bums like me. She's gotta be sheltered and fed and dressed in the best that money can buy. I never knew how to get money, but I'll try, by God, I'll try. I'll go out and make it, or steal it, or take it, or die.
Think we'll all have a 10-minute intermission.